How's it going, everyone? In this video, we have some big news on Bobby Lashley. A popular female star is now returning to WWE and a whole lot more. But before we begin, please make sure to drop a like on this video. I would really appreciate it. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have some news on AEW's plan for Bryan Danielson after losing at WrestleDream. So following his shocking loss to Jon Moxley at AEW WrestleDream and retirement from wrestling full-time, as of this moment, the hope within AEW is that Bryan Danielson will be able to wrestle for AEW periodically and resume additional duties whenever he's ready to return. But before that, Bryan Danielson will have to get his neck fixed, which likely means that he will be undergoing surgery. So what are your guys' thoughts on Bryan Danielson retiring from wrestling full-time? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Next up, we have some big news on if The Rock will be appearing on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. So in just a couple of months, Monday Night Raw will be making their big debut on Netflix when they officially move from the USA Network. And although many fans expect to see several big names on the show, there is still some doubts on whether The Rock will actually show up due to his busy schedule. Well, according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, despite it not being confirmed at this point in time, WWE is confident that they will be able to get The Rock to appear on the show. Next, we have the latest update on when Bobby Lashley will be making his AEW debut. So after his AEW debut was reportedly scrapped from taking place at AEW WrestleDream this past Saturday, according to a new report from Fightful Select, despite those change in plans, as things stand right now, Bobby Lashley is still expected to debut for AEW in the coming weeks and be aligned with MVP and Shelton Benjamin. So what are your guys' thoughts on Bobby Lashley's impending AEW debut? Do you think Tony Khan will be able to book him better than how he was booked in WWE? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story, we have some big news that WWE apparently has no plans to bring back one popular female star, because according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, despite not dealing with any sort of injury that could keep her from returning, not much has been said about Tegan Nox in regards to any plans to bring her back to WWE programming. And despite her not being injured, Tegan Nox has not competed in any dark matches or special tournaments in over 3 months. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the stories that we discussed today. So starting off with our first story, we did talk about Bryan Danielson now that he has retired from professional wrestling full-time, and it does appear like Bryan Danielson will be taking some time off in order for him to I do believe that he requires neck surgery, so I assume that he will be out of action for quite some time, for a couple of months. However, the expectation within AEW is that when Bryan Danielson has been cleared, I assume, to return, that he will continue wrestling for the company periodically, but not consistently. And also he will be able to resume his additional duties that he has with the company. So I do think that Bryan Danielson, in my opinion, guys, I do think that he should have taken a break from the company several months ago, because if he wants to continue to wrestle, I do think that this time off is very much needed for him to do so. Next, we also talked about The Rock and whether he will be appearing on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix. And just a couple of days ago, guys, it was reported that The Rock was reportedly he will not be able to compete at WrestleMania 41, which is next year in April. And then The Rock took to social media to debunk that report. However, as it pertains to Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix, it does look like WWE although they have not officially confirmed it themselves on social media. They are very confident that they will be able to get The Rock to make an appearance for the debut episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure that this show will be. I did see a couple of reports saying that for the debut episode on of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, they want to do it like a mini pay-per-view, and I'm pretty sure that they will have a number of very big names make appearances on the show, and I will not be surprised at all to see The Rock show up and perhaps have a segment, with Cody Rhodes or with Roman Reigns. The next story that we talked about was on Bobby Lashley and when he will be making his AEW debut. Now, after reports did say that Bobby Lashley was expected to debut at AEW WrestleDream this past Saturday, that obviously did not happen. However, according to a new report from Fightful Select, they are saying that basically to not worry because Bobby Lashley is still expected to be debuting for AEW, but in the coming weeks, his debut is going to happen, and obviously he will be aligned with MVP and Shelton Benjamin. So hopefully when he finally does make his debut for the company, Tony Khan has big plans for him, not only for Bobby Lashley, but also for MVP and Shelton Benjamin. Next, we did talk about one popular WWE star, and that is Tegan Nox. And apparently WWE has nothing at all planned for her to return to WWE programming. And Sean Ross Sapp did recently say that Tegan Nox is actually not injured at all. She is healthy, it seems, and that she has not competed in any dark matches or any special tournaments like the speed tournament that WWE has on X. She has not competed on there or anything like that for over 3 months. And despite some reports saying that that NXT would like to have her compete on there, and in the meantime, that they find something for her to do on Monday Night Raw. Apparently, there were some discussions, but obviously nothing ended up happening. So this is very concerning for Tegan Nox because Tegan Nox is known to be, I guess you could say the word would be injury prone over her career. Sadly, she has been injury prone. However, she is currently not injured at all and is healthy. So I'm not sure what WWE will end up doing for Tegan Nox. So with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Please make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the stories that we discussed today in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.